She didn't give me a chance. She pulled my heart out with a seismic glance. This race was over before it even began. If I was a horse, they'd shoot me, but I'm only a man. And if I had a designer, he was well equipped. He was tried and tested, and he stuck to the script. He drank a bottle of brandy before he drew up my plans. If I was a house, they'd knock me down, but I'm only a man. I get lost in translation, I fly into a rage, I splatter affection all over the page. But this is no love story, we're not Jack and Diane. If I was a letter, you'd return me, but I'm only a man. And the songs of fondness carry me up towards the planets. Then the songs of numbness send me crashing back down to earth. I'd catch the stars if they'd help me know what you're thinking. If I could paint your dreams, then I would, for all that it's worth. But I can't. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm lying here on the floor, waiting for an answer, for your knock at the door. But you're on greener pastures, you've slipped through my hands. Still, if I had wings, I'd fly to you, but I'm only a man.
Yeah, man. Beautiful. Pat, Byrne, Beth Watts Nelson. Folks, I'm EB. You're in the EBLounge, and we are rocking the very first episode of Season 2 of Storytime. And what an episode it is already. These are just beautiful songs by both of you. They're absolute delight to play. We've got so many of our good friends who are hanging out with us here in chat, and some new ones as well joining us. And the whole idea, the very idea of this convoy, EB convoy, is so that friends of Pat's can meet friends of Beth can meet friends of Pat's, and all the friends that I buy off to be my friends can meet all the rest of y'all. So thanks so much for. No, I'm kidding. You guys are great friends. They actually, they're really cheap. They just take pizza rolls. Yeah.
I better get some pizza rolls.
I know.
Let's talk of pizza rolls.
I know. I better
hungry.
deliver, right? Yeah. I don't actually have any pizza rolls. I should just
Okay.
like promises, EB. Dude, what a beautiful song. I remember you as I grabbed the lyrics to send to Beth a little bit earlier when we were prepping, and I think there was a link or something, basically or a description on the Bandcamp page where the lyrics were. It's like, oh, this is basically about feeling inadequate. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. That song, does that come from anything in particular background? This song, or tell us where that song comes from?
Sometimes you'll just feel compelled to write a song. You're like so emotional or whatever, and there's something going on in your life, and you want to sit down and write about it. This one was more like I heard a line that I liked in a movie, and I was like, I'm going to write a song about that. And I was actually in a cafe with earphones in, and just sat there for a couple of hours and wrote it. The movie was Herself, which is a independent Irish movie. It's great. It's about the housing crisis in Ireland, where a lot of people, the government will put them up in hotels because they can't afford homes.
Oh, wow.
And so it's about this single mother, and she spends her days as a house cleaner for several like rich people. And one of them is like this female doctor, and she arrives at work one day, and the lady is passed out in her bathroom, and she's like going through some medical thing. And the maid is like, is everything okay? Will I call a doctor or whatever? And she's like, no, if I was a horse, they'd probably shoot me, but I'm only human or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that, because...
Such a great line.
Yeah, I think everyone feels inadequate
a
lot of the time. And that line just stuck out. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could write a song based around that sentiment.
Yeah.
And then just all these other things started coming.
Yeah. So it was basically kind of like the hook that got you going, and you just ran with it.
Yeah, she said like I'm only human or something, but only a man just fit better, and then that was.
Oh, don't worry, we won't rat you out to the movie, the studio.
I wish they even cared,
Right? So if you've seen the video that I have like 3 seconds of what I 100% believe is fair use. In Convoy. If you've never been to you could probably guess just by seeing the decor of the house. But I literally have on my sofa a giant
Middle Earth
map of Middle Earth, right? So I'm a bit of a Lord of the Rings fan, just saying. And so I really wanted to stick where there's we crossed the line with 1,000 screaming trucks. There's a scene where my favorite scene in all 3 of the 12 hours of Lord of the Rings, the extended cuts, because really, what other cut is there? But point being, where Gandalf shows up at Helm's Deep, on the 7th day, look to the east, and then they do, it's the 7th day, and then Gandalf storms down with Éomer and like thousands of badass dudes on horses.
That's in the video?
It's like 3 seconds, yeah. So I say that, I put credit in there just to say, from New Line Cinema, just to cover my bases.
Peter Jackson's like, where's all this extra money coming from?
Whoa, I got a Venmo ding of 3 cents? What? What's going on?
I just saw...
EB Convoy.
I saw maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago in Chicago, the Lord of the Rings musical. Have you seen it?
I saw you post. How was it, please?
Look, of course it's impossible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was way too ambitious.
Epic.
Right, sure.
But I had a really good time. Like, if you were to judge it on its own merit, it's not a good musical. But